Alright, the camera's on. Yeah, it is. Alright, what the fuck? Happenings in YouTube, atheist community, and tiny chat fun. Anyway, I did try to record it last night, but failed. The screen capture got 20 minutes and then it froze, I guess. But anyway, it's 20 minutes that I didn't think I had anyway. But like an hour later, the ending. And it doesn't really matter, it's all same old, right? So, but yeah, I gotta work out these technical issues. Or not. It's the plan anyway. I think I'll just go back to using cameras. But anyway, it's just trying to do it in the computers. Too messy. I think. Or not. I just have to try the other. Maybe I'll try the other computer. Anyway, yeah, so better get to it, Gary. Oh, I have to get to it. I could just start over. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, okay, so yeah, last night was okay. Moments of brilliance and whatnot, moments of not so brilliant. Um, it's just this whole, it's a kind of an ongoing conversation about the frustration with this medium. I talked to Pyro a little bit about that, but there's no way to do this philosophy thing in some kind of serious way, and we just got this unserious way, this redundant way, blah 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 blah, tons and tons of content all over the place, yeah, and so I got to come up with a plan that's that can finance itself and all that kind of stuff, and it's all difficult to do, and just the whole thing of finding honest work in this culture is difficult. So yeah, it's just so it was kind of gloomy and depressing. Yeah, and then the general philosophical conversation just isn't very good. It's just all this nihilist retard stuff. These silly atheists. I mean, that's all I could. What do you want me to say? I mean, they're just silly people, right? They've gotten rid of the God delusion, but they haven't caught the evolution fact in any real way, and they just keep missing the boat about the fact that the boat we're on has got Titanic written all over it. This guy thinks we all should just be playing, because that's how you express intelligence, is playing. And that just doesn't make any sense, right? Just on the surface of it, is the kittens play. Cats don't as much. Puppies play, dogs don't as much, because they get a little bit serious about their business. They go on their radar's on, and they're saying, where's some problems I gotta fix? That kind of thing. They get serious. And serious human beings, grow up out of being these 5-year-olds. Talking about, how you demonstrate your intelligence by being a prankster or a time waster. That intelligent people get bored. That's his theory. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think you got that one upside down. I mean, if you got any intelligence, then you have imagination. If you got imagination, you really don't have, boredom isn't going to be an issue. You're not going to have too few things to do. You're going to have too many things to do if you're intelligent. Especially, like I said, when intelligence, one of the first things that's going to occur to you if you take any of this life serious, is that this is a shipwreck. And somebody's got to start patching holes and pumping water and getting all this gear working, or it's just glub glub. A slow drowning. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's just irritating because it's just everybody just wants this cheap, happy, synthetic, fat covered, greasy bacon of a philosophy. They just want some sort of fat. They don't they don't want to do the work of the muscle thing. They don't want to get intellectual muscle. They don't want to. It's work. I mean, becoming intelligent. Okay. I mean, it's kind of a bullshit word. He called it intelligence. Because it does have so many meanings. you know, whether intelligence is a reflection of knowledge or whether intelligence is a function of being able to manipulate information, you know, get the most out of it, see relationships. Um, you know, it's a tricky word, and it's always this relative thing that people play, this relative game. So something's intelligent compared to, and you know, there's no point really in doing that. I mean, the thing to be is either right or wrong. You know, to make statements that are either accurate or inaccurate. Well, obviously, accurate would be preferable. To get it right, that's the game we're playing. Getting it wrong and thinking you're right isn't. No point in doing that. I mean, Einstein died thinking he was right. I think he was completely wrong. But see, he's got the good part. He gets to think he was right, and that everything he validated himself, and he's all validated and all that kind of stuff. And I'll probably have exactly the opposite experience. You know, I'll know I'm right. No one else will know I'm right until after I'm dead. So I won't be able to enjoy being right. But anyway. But yeah, the application of intelligence is just to recognize where we are. So I mean, this guy, you know, in this glib, simplistic, escapist kind of manner, just wants to say that we don't know enough. It's exactly what he says in the video right about here, is our senses aren't good enough, we don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. And we know the entire fucking story of our existence in the sense that we know abiogenesis, chemistry, became reproductive on planet Earth. The chromosome history is all here, okay? It didn't come from outer space and then devolve into green algae. Green algae is not going to survive in space. I mean, the simple organisms that were our origin are not going to survive the trip, so it has to be a more complex organism that gets here, and it's not going to devolve into something more primitive. Duh. I mean, so we know the story. We know what we are. We're machines created by a process, okay, that really have, you know, it's kind of just a disgusting function, which is consume energy, which means on an island planet we have now acquired the ability to do it to other sentient creatures. I mean, it's bad enough. It's not bad. It's not that it's bad that we would eat plants, but you know what I mean. It's just taking their work. You know, we're just stealing their work. But that's what organisms do. It's a parasite, planet of parasites. That's what we are. That's one of the categories we fit in. Parasite. There's lots of ways we can describe what this thing is, these machines that we are. But our consciousness, the whole thing exists just because it creates behaviors that makes it possible, that made it possible for us to survive in a niche environment described by certain elements. And if we were in some other environment, we wouldn't have evolved this bigger capacity to do this crap because we wouldn't need to. Just as a dragonfly didn't need to. 350 million years, the same frickin' bug. Why? Because, yeah, it's already got all the tools it needs. But this guy thinks there's a hidden reality in the universe that our acquired senses as bugs is missing out on. The universe really does have there's a party going on somewhere, and we just can't see it. And, you know, this is just such a denial of every bit of science we have. I mean, we got radio telescopes looking at the frickin' end of the universe. There's no party. There's no cars. There's no nothing going on out there. It's just as gaseous and you know, elemental as it could goddamn be. But, you know, these people are going to tell you, we don't know the truth. It's all blah, blah, blah. Woo, woo, woo. And this is supposed to be an expression of intelligence. It is deny all the evidence that's just sitting there. We got a ton of evidence of what we are. We are basically a form of insect, essentially. Okay, we've aggrandized ourselves by giving ourselves a better title, but it's just another form of bug. And you know, we ended up with a scheming brain and a feeling heart, because it was conducive to survival. Just as, and our passions are clearly crude. They're oriented around possession and conquest. You know, the ego. We're obvious. We're not complicated. We're obvious. And we ought to just get with the program, figure out that, yes, this is all we we're obvious in terms of our psychology, and the only thing that has any value about us whatsoever is this intelligent piece, this part that can see beyond our desire and our crude biology and our burps and our farts, and can do something a little more graceful. And this asshole would say, waste it contriving some kind of pun. Be a punkster. And this asshole would say, waste it imagining that there's magical cubist ghosties in the universe or something, or there's the special whatever. I mean, like I said, some sort of special party that you won't get an invite, but maybe the future will. How exciting! I can imagine future people going to some special place, and that's supposed to make me feel all gooey inside. Yeah, it doesn't. So I mean, a real conversation about our just completely biological psychology. I mean, it's completely cultural, completely mechanistic from a silly, disgusting, parasitic point of view. I mean, it's just a mechanism built to make us do things that are part of a crude game. And if you want to play a better game, you play it with your brain, and you figure out that yes, this is there's lots of precious commodities being manipulated by these crude forces, and the intelligent thing says, well, I understand what a precious commodity is. Yeah, I get that, and that we should create systems and mechanisms that preserve the value of the precious, that comfort the afflicted preciouses, that do something to fix, repair for the crude origin, repair for the bad, compensate for the bad design, the sloppy, lack of architecture. We can create the architecture. We can add it. It's an add-on feature. But what are the intellectuals doing? The people who think they're smartasses? Yeah, they're just escaping to a party. Very depressing. And, yeah, that's all I can say, right? It's just depressing. I don't know what to do about it. All you can do is make arguments saying, do you really understand the value of the intelligence you're wasting? Do you really understand you don't really understand that there's 7 billion people on planet Earth and 2 billion of them don't have electricity? I mean, it's really not a pleasant place here for human beings, and it's really unpleasant for animals. I mean, I give you the attrition rate for all kinds of organisms. I mean, some of these attrition rates are just obscene. The little sea turtle example. I mean, 10,000 children killed to get one adult. That's acceptable? You're just going to say, oh, that's fine. I'll vote for that. You're going to vote for it? You're not going to say, no, we got to draw a line somewhere. This is bullshit. These are precious commodities here on Earth. The sentient feeling brains. You can't just glibly walk around here saying, well, I didn't make it, I didn't do it, I'm just looking for a place to stick my dick because I'm an intelligent organism on Earth. That's your definition? Well, I'm telling you, you got it wrong. You might think you're intelligent, but you're gonna be wrong. Like Einstein, maybe you'll go to your grave thinking you got some kind of secret, that, ooh, you got the secret, ooh, you got the secret, be a prankster, be a funny man. But that isn't going to be the goddamn secret. You're going to be a failure. You're going to have wasted your existence being a useless, corrosive element to any kind of elevation of the human organism. You're not going to have done the necessary job of helping lift it up, help push it up, help float the boat by bailing water or fixing holes or doing something necessary around here besides wasting people's time with crank calls and shit. I mean, come on. I mean, this is not elusive truth. Evolution and the profound nuclear bomb style frickin' implications of that fact. It is a huge frickin' fact. I mean, I did that last night with just trying to find some words. And yeah, that's the first word. All right, these are the words. I of course chose the words, but you know, everybody else is clueless. But evolution, productivity, efficiency, fairness, and then you got fact, intelligence, knowledge, discovery. I mean, that's where it gets tricky, you know? Because what are we trying to do? We're trying to discover the truth, damn it. We're not trying to make up crap. You know, we're not trying to make up shit. No, we're trying to find the truth and get it right. And the right answer isn't going to be have a party on the Titanic, or pretend you're on the good ship Lollipop. And just fucking pretend. Just pretend, you know, blood is, what do you call that? I don't know, sugar. You know, so syrup. Yeah, that's it. Cherry syrup. And then consciousness, and then scheming was another word, and then force. But yeah, everybody gave up. But yeah, this is how simple it is. This, you know, we didn't even come up with a bunch of words. There's this 10, maybe 10 fucking goddamn words. Suffering might be in there. So, you know, but that's covered by consciousness, which was, you know, number 6. I mean, maybe it should be evolution consciousness. I mean, those might be the two big ones. And then you start getting into the idea of managing consciousness, because once you have established the existence of consciousness, now you've established value, right? Is that really that hard for... I just still can't believe that I have to make this argument. Consciousness is value. People don't get that. They can't understand how consciousness is value. They think gold is really value. Do they think really titanium is really value? Do they think diamonds are really value? I mean, they can actually imagine enough diamonds in the universe to be worth torturing a consciousness. One fucking consciousness, that there would actually be enough diamonds you could sit there and say, well, yeah, for 50 diamonds, I'll torture a sentient organism. I mean, maybe you would do it, but I just mean logically. Do you really think this value equation could ever make any sense? That you would compromise a sentient organism's welfare for diamonds? So anyway, but obviously we've already done that, right? We forced them into fucking 4-mile, 10-mile holes in the ground in 130-degree heat to go chipping little black rocks out of the fucking ground. I mean, it's just a... Again, that's to me the definition. You're on the Titanic, okay? When human beings go into the ground 4 or 10 miles in 130-degree heat to be chipping through little holes they have to crawl through to chip little diamonds out of the ground, that's the definition of you're on the Titanic, fucker. Because next time it's going to be you. You're going to be that asshole. You're going to be the loser. You're going to be one of those 2 billion people without electricity. Just think about that for a little while. 2 billion people without fucking electricity. And you know, this whole subject of, you know, dealing with this stupid culture crap and all this multiculturalism, all this bullshit. I mean, these people live like fucking bugs on this planet, and somebody's got to say, stop doing that. You know... Yeah, if you don't have money, you don't have kids, fucker. I mean, shit. I mean, you look at... I mean, I saw some video with Brazil, and the people steal the electricity off the electric grid. They got wires every fucking place, all over the you know 220 volts, all over the place. Little coat hangers, live voltage, all over the fucking place. I mean, it's just, you know... Sewage in the streets, fucking high voltage over your head. I mean, there's no way to raise a child, you fuckers. And nobody will point their finger and say, you're an asshole. Alright, you get pregnant in some shithole where you don't even have fucking electricity, clean water, and you have babies. You're an asshole. I mean, can't somebody with a little bit of, you know, can't somebody who matters say this shit? But again, that's another one of my great quotes, right? Nothing matters to those who, something, yeah, most matter, to those that, let's see, yeah, I forgot it. I can't say it right. But something like, you know what I mean. nothing matters to people who matter, and then everything matters to people who don't matter, or something like that. But yeah, it's better than that. But anyway, this is probably enough of a video. I'm discouraged, but I've been discouraged forever, I think. Pretty much forever. I don't really remember too many times where I wasn't pretty discouraged. Oh, I mean, it's all so horribly bleak. But that's another thing he was talking about. People who are risk averse being stupid. You know, I mean, he was doing it in this whole feminist context, right? Because, you know, men die a little more than women do in accidents, you know, because men are more reckless. And so that's part of the reason why men don't live as long, is because they end up killing themselves in stupid pranks. And he's just defending that, you know. It's just that, oh, that's an expression of male intelligence. Yeah, not being risk averse. Which, you know, is just fucking hilarious. Anyway. So yes, it's all bleak, but, you know. Yeah, so what option is there, right? There's no option for intelligence but to say, hey, we're on the Titanic, will somebody please help me, you know, patch that hole and pump this there and do this over here, and so we all just don't, you know, die in a most ungraceful manner possible. I mean, can't we go out with a little bit of dignity? You know, just sinking on a party ship. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just I just hate this planet. Yeah. All right, I guess that's it. I don't know. There's nothing else to say, right? But it is obvious. It's simple. People want to make it complicated because they want to evade it. But the truth is just too easy to deduce. You don't need to be a super brainiac to figure out. But I mean, all these loonies, all these crazy fucktards who don't know shit about shit, they'll tell you about what the CIA's doing, and they'll tell you all this shit's going on. Oh, yeah, who's doing this and who's doing. They have all the answers. None of them have anything to do with facts, but yeah, they have all the answers. So anyway, till the next time. And such. Panic. I mean, if you're already panicking, don't panic. No, calm down. It's okay. Yeah, yeah. Because that's the trick of it, right? I mean, there's no good being totally annihilated by it. But really, it's kind of hard to just ignore. You know, it's hard to play shuffleboard. You know, and the boat's all slanty. You know, it's a little distracting.